really do that in school. We boiled it down to the community, being around like-minded people, seeing everybody focused on working, and like the facilities, so a conducive place where you can actually work, where EDC is not, on your life, after your life, and everything else. So we wondered if we could bring that same experience down to school, which is where we spend most of our time, and we'll be spending a few more years. So we sort of played around with the idea, spoke to a couple of people that we met while we were in Lagos, and yeah, we were convinced that we needed to do it.
Wow. Okay, so when did Darlington come into the picture? Because
When our money finished.
Okay, I need this. I need the full gist right now. It looks like Darlington is a money man.
Don't put that out there. What do you mean by money, man?
All right,
Guys,
so give
looking
us
forward
the
to
full
video.
gist. Give us the full gist.
So when Raymond said building the garage, Raymond is um the more eccentric one out of all three of us. So Raymond went ahead, met with school, location. So basically Raymond was convinced that he needed to do it. And I've known Raymond for years, so we sort of we've worked together on a lot of things over the years. So we're going
What
to
year
work
is
together.
Raymond, please?
Raymond is final year like Darlington. So I've
Okay.
known Raymond for a couple of years. So Raymond started, moving like the mad person that he often gets described as. And we didn't really, at the beginning, we couldn't see the end with so much clarity. But Raymond really believed there was something we could pull off. It's like halfway through, I think at the beginning, we were hoping on having like investors' money because we don't have money like that when we started, but then we still just wanted to start and keep pushing. And around after a while, the money finished. Clearly, we had to, and
That was like
Darlington.
how many weeks or how many months into the inception?
It didn't take long. I won't even lie to you. The money finished fast because I think with way prices and everything happens in Nigeria, our estimates were a couple figures off from when we actually got into it. I've never really done anything like this before, so we didn't have context. So like halfway through, of course, we're still trying to validate the idea, speak to people about it. Darlington was one of those people, and he was interested in being a part of what we're building. And even though like we were very honest with everybody we met about the uncertainty that we don't know how this is going to pan out, but even with everything, the uncertainty that we're honest about upfront, Darlington still wanted to get involved. So he became the third and we finished.
So over to you, Darlington. What made you believe in them? Like, what
Okay.
made you? Because from what he's saying, they needed investors. So I'm sure they will not meet one broke guy out there looking for partnership.
I'm broke. They just
Ah!
they just think highly of me.
We understand. We understand. So what made you believe in them when they pitched the idea to you?
Okay, so basically, Raymond was my next door neighbor, and I actually joined them on the trip to Lagos. I just finished writing exams, and someone knocked on my door. I was like, "Alpha, we're going to Lagos. We're going to meet some founders and stuff, and it's going to be lit." And I was like, "I don't think I want to travel." He said, "It's going. Come, let's go. It's going to." And that was how I joined them on the trip basically. So we went and it was for the day they went to work. Me, I'm not exactly very serious with my life, so I went to play VR games when they were working. So, but when we came back, right? So after we came back, I think after I don't know if it was up to a month. I think in a few weeks. So Raymond met me and he told me that he was trying to that he had an idea he wanted to conceive, right? And I think before then, what he had told me, that was when we traveled to Lagos, was he wanted to build a gym.
Wow.
He wanted to build a gym. So basically he told me, okay, that after they went, just what Ajawachiko told you, and he told me he wanted to build a co-working space in school. And I was like, okay, and how much are we looking at? And they mentioned the figures, and I said,
Did you mention?
let's not talk about the figures.
No, how much did you mention?
Figures.
No,
It doesn't mean that figures.
No, there were figures.
Okay, let us know. Okay, how many figures?
A lot of figures.
Okay.
At least let us know how many figures.
Uh,
Just in favor of hearing them.
The original estimate was, I think, high seven figures.
yeah, it was seven.
High
High
seven.
figures.
That's
The
talking
target
about
was 7 to
millions.
8 figures.
7 to 8 figures.
High seven, low eight. That was the original estimate.
Yeah, so that was the original estimate, but it literally had to double as because of the way Nigeria is, right? So when I heard it, I've been the type of person I like security. Do you get? So it's more or less like I don't like taking risks that are not very sure. So, but the thing was Raymond. I knew Raymond, and I knew that he was a very goal-oriented person. So I told him, okay, now if you're building it, let's just see how it will go. Then how are we going to start? He said, we're starting with money. So I decided, okay, let me send the small thing I had. I'm just started building. So I think that was how we just started. That was how I just got it.
That small thing is making that big. Aja believes it's not small.
No, it was just that small thing.
Aja was a small thing.
No, it was a small thing. It was just that small thing.
It
So
was that small
how do
thing.
people now get to the point of establishment? If small thing just came, where do people get other funding from?
We kept on bringing small things.
Exactly that. So basically, we work, we work basically. So at the end of the month, we're expecting money. So every time, yeah, basically, so we get the money, we put it in, we drink our gari in
Gari,
peace,
we
wait
get.
for
Wow.
the next month.
Wait, this means we are putting in a chunk of whatever pay you were getting per month.
Yeah,
into
basically.
this dream.
Yeah.
I'm still yet to understand. Wait, why did you take this risk?
We're bored.
You were bored. You felt
Life
like-
needed some excitement.
And you were enjoying the Gary that you were taking.
You get? I mean, I feel like it's a testament to how long God can keep somebody
Wow.
on Gary.
And let's,
Wow.
not, and let's not talk about the fact that since we were 3, we're going to go to the village, we're going to go together. so,
It was a lot.
so I mean, so it was.
I mean, as long as we're all losing money together, we're fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is really interesting. So for how many months did it take you to build the garage?
So the trip was in May, so I'd say we started June,
Yeah.
and we had our opening on the 13th of December. So 6 months. It took us 6 months. Yeah.
How much was put into the garage?
Figures.
I really want to know. We're not going to go there and take a video garage, but let's just know. People out there might be saying, okay, if I maybe they have ideas like this or something similar.
They should not try it.
Okay, well, the best I can say is our initial estimate was around 9 million, but
Yeah.
we ended up putting multiple of that, so that's just what I can say.
Wow. How many people can the garage seat?
Currently, I think 40.
Wow. This is interesting. So let's just move a little from the garage. You know, you kept saying you're taking in your salary, your pay, and all of that into this. So can we know what you do personally outside the garage? The things you do, because this generation, I know that people don't just do one thing. You can have multiple streams of income. So let's just know what you do. I think I'll start from my next time.
Why are you starting from me
Okay,
first?
start from me. Just right for me.
Yeah.
Alright, so what do I do? I'm a student.
We know.
Real.
Okay, so basically, I work with a company named Agent. So it's a blockchain wallet company based in London, and I work as the ecosystem associate lead. So it's a role that involves basically coordinating efforts between the business development, engineering, and the marketing team to like put our products out there.
How did you get there?
How did I get there? Well, it's a long story. Do you want to hear it?
We want to hear this.
All right, summary of the stories.
You know the story you're summarizing.
I don't want to waste my viewers' time now.
So
I don't.
they like this. Viewers, are you bored? For me, I'm not bored.
All right, so I would say the journey began when I was about to enter. Okay, the first time I came across programming was in 2017. So I went for this little church stuff, and they did some, this. It was like a skill acquisition. And so they taught us, it was an introduction to HTML, then we learned to do some stuff. But then I didn't have the system because in my house there was this like law that said that you're not going to own a gadget till you get till you're done with secondary school. So my dad was a firm believer in the fact that if you own gadgets, it was going to distract you and stuff. So if you needed anything, my dad's phone, my dad's laptop, the things we had to use. So but when I was about to write jump, right? So I wanted to do aeronautical engineering because I was fascinated about planes. Why are you laughing? Okay, so
Like, you have so many issues you're not telling me. We'll come to you now.
so I wanted to do aeronautical engineering, but my dad wanted me to go to UNN. So I went to pick jump on, and I searched and aeronautical engineering was not there. And okay, I decided, okay, let me try computer engineering because I was fascinated about gadgets too. So it wasn't there either. So I went back home and I told my dad, see, you want me to go to UNN, but the courses I want to do is not there. And my dad was actually very tricky because he would tell you that he's not going to force anybody to choose courses, but he's going to suggest for you. And he told me, why don't you do mechanical engineering? If you do mechanical engineering, it will encompass all these things you want to do.
Lie.
All those lies.
Can't lie.
So I went back, picked the jam form. I did mechanical engineering. I entered school. First year was good because it was secondary school. But I think ending first year, that was like beginning of 2019. So I came across Raw Hub. I don't even know what Raw Hub.
Yeah.
I think it's not very active now, but then it was very active, and so I got there and I saw a lot of young person. Of course, they were like 400, 500, 300 level there, and these guys were their system doing stuff and they were learning programming. I think then so there was an advert, someone wanted to teach programming and said we should come to Raw Hub. So I went there. So I was opportune to have a conversation with one guy like that. So when we were talking, he told me he was working at Google. I was like, you're working at Google, yeah. Are you not a student? And he told me, yes, I'm a computer engineering, I'm a computer science 400 level student. And that was the day I decided that me and school, it was not it.
Okay.
So basically, that was I think 2019 was when I started learning programming basically. And 2019, well, that was not very serious because I was still trying to do the school thing basically. I'm still doing the school thing, but but then the whole idea was I was not very serious in 2019. 2020, let's just summarize the story. 2020, COVID-19 came in. I went back home. I was broke. I needed money, and my friend introduced me to cryptocurrency. So basically, there was this stuff they used to do in Lionshare and Forsage was MLM schemes, and of course I got scammed. But I still appreciate being scammed because that was how I got introduced to blockchains, and blockchains were fascinating, the whole idea, because before then I used to think they were scams. So when I sat down to read about it, it sounded interesting. And at the same time I was still learning PHP and I was writing codes once in a while, 2020. So but cut the story short, 2020 I finally got into crypto. 2021 there was a bull run. I made a lot of money and it got into my head. I dropped my computer. I was now basically focused on trading, and then it happened. So the bear market came in, and there was a lot I didn't exactly know about trading, and they were giving me advice. Okay, switch your money to stablecoin. Do this, do that, do that. I said no. The market is going to rise again, and so that was the first time I lost a lot of money because 2021 was when the first time I was able to call myself a millionaire. I was not a millionaire, but that was when I saw my first 1 million, something like that. So, but I lost everything. So, and that was the that was the opening of the whole shege.
From millions to zero.
that was the opening of the whole shege because while I was trading, I borrowed money from somebody, and it was. I cannot mention this somebody.
Don't talk about those
okay.
risks.
All right.
Get to that point. Just talk about how you got this deal.
All right. So I think that was it, So because I was owing someone and the person was on my neck, and there was no crypto again, I had to remember that I used to code before, so I started writing codes again in 2021. But then I said I was going to start with blockchain development. And 2021, 2022, I came across there was one little zero knowledge bootcamp that Harmony One blockchain organized, and so basically we started we were over 450 persons that started, but we were about 34 persons that graduated, and my own motivation was just SAPA. It was not like I was smart or anything, but I needed the money badly because people that was going to graduate were going to be offered $8,600. And so I thought about the things I was going to use the money to do. I was going to use to change my system. I was finally going to buy a MacBook, pay my debt and every other thing. So I did it, got the money, and I think that was how it started basically. So I was finally relaxed. I started learning, not like relaxed, but now I could put more time into coding than thinking about how to make money. And so that was it basically, 2021. Then I ventured into an ecosystem called Stacknet, and I started doing stuff, just writing codes, contributing to open source projects, writing articles too, and I think that was 2022 that it's 2022 basically. My current company reached out to me on Twitter and was like, okay, we've been seeing the stuff you're doing, and then would you like to join us part-time? And I said yeah. So I started out part-time at Argent, and yeah, that was how I got here.
This is really interesting, and guys, I believe that you are getting the gist, and you're already getting, will I say, inspired by this. On this note, we're going to be going on a very short break before we hear the gist. Get ready to laugh, right? So, very, very shortly, we'll come back. See you.
Welcome to Fun Store, where the best finds await you. Step into a world of choices at our physical store, or simply click your way to incredible deals on our online platform. Discover a seamless blend of convenience and style. Explore the aisles in store for a hands-on shopping experience. Can't make it to us? No worries. Shop effortlessly from your home. Quality meets convenience with just a click. From our shelves to your doorstep, we bring the store to you. Indulge in a curated selection that speaks to your unique taste. Whether in store or online, Fun Store is where shopping dreams come true. Fun Store is more than just a store, it's a lifestyle. A lifestyle that celebrates your individuality, creativity, and passion. So don't wait. Visit Fun Store today and discover the difference. Fun Store, where you belong.
Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome, welcome. So yes, if you just joining us, or if you joined when the program had started, we are still live on Stella Moment with our wonderful guys. So today on Stella Moment, we are looking at two wonderful students, though one in absence, because they're meant to be three, who are the founders of the garage, and they've been saying a lot. So in case you're just joining, make sure you go back, like anyhow, just make sure you go back. You need to be listening from the beginning, and then do well to drop your comments, do well to like, and do well to share. And so if you're viewing at the moment and you've not hit the comment section to let us know your name and where you're streaming live from, I think you're wrong. So please just hit the comment section quickly, let us know your name, let us know where you're streaming live from, and also do well to like and share this video. Yes, so before we went on the break, we heard his story, how he became an Odogu, right? So I'm going to hear from another Odogu himself. Guys, we really have students who are doing so well, or who, had a rough start and started getting established. And I believe when we hear them say their stories and all of that, we are inspired to see that even as a student, you can achieve so much heights, okay? So over to you, Aja. I like to call you Aja, but
That's
Aja
fine.
is long.
Yeah.
All right.
So I don't have a story. It's because like I'm in the middle
No,
of
you've
it.
not told us where you work.
Oh,
First,
okay.
aside,
I currently do a bit of. I'm a designer, so that's what I do.
okay,
So
for
Piggy Vest, the tech company Piggy Vest is where I
wow,
currently work.
piggy vest that we know.
I don't know if you know.
Okay,
To tell you how rich he is.
okay, and you know what? Piggy vest is where we put money.
He's the only
And
put money,
designing,
and he's taking all our money.
go on, go on.
So yeah, I currently do product design at Piggy Vest. That's my job. So yeah, how I
How did you
got
get
here.
there?
I've I got into the first time I sort of tried design was, I can't remember the year. It's been a while, but I was just curious. I was fascinated by design and the ability to create stuff because I've never really considered myself creative. But like with computers, there was like a shortcut for me to actually make stuff that I thought looked good. Then I got into uni, and I've always had like friends that wanted to build stuff, that wanted to, make money, just make their mark on the world, do stuff. And a couple of them, we sort of collaborated. They wrote code, I designed. So that was what we did at the time. So I worked with this startup called Blogverse with a few of my friends, and we were basically building products and stuff for people. It was mostly blockchain oriented at the time. But then around between lockdown 2021, 2022, 2023, I really started working on like website landing page design, which is what got me my current role. And just like you said, sharing on Twitter, being active, and just doing stuff that you find interesting and sharing that. I think people can see. Of course, it's motivated by Sapa all the time, but I think people can also see when you have
So
like
not passion, just no. But
Almost
are you
Sapa is
sure
equal
you're
motivation.
you
no, no,
get.
no. Just Sapa that motivated you.
Well, no, yes,
If
Dine.
you are linked to Aja in a way, why should Sapa be motivated?
No. That's the thing. Yeah, I think that there are levels of something. Like there was no time that was ever like, okay, I will not eat tomorrow. There were times, but like officially, there were no times where it was like, oh, I will not eat tomorrow because um, the school thing was always the plan. Like I'm not a bad student by any stretch of imagination. Because my parents are watching this. So so in general, the design thing was just I thought it was fun. Then lockdown happened and there was nothing to do, and I really leaned into that. But then what happened was it created I think it created a vacuum where I had to take design serious professionally because during lockdown I had all the time to design, so I could just play around and give it like a couple of hours and I'll still be good. But then when you had to do that with school, it meant taking it more seriously, treating it like a job, having like the goals and the things you're shooting out for because it's taken away from school time. So it can't just be random because lectures are hectic. If you worst case scenario you can go home and sleep. So if you're going to do something like that, there needed to be a plan for you to commit to and build out of, and that was just like the story
So
for
how
me.
did you meet the best? How did they meet you? How did you meet them?
So I collaborate a lot with a student in school. His name is Goodness, and he's one of the best front end developers I've met. So we're both in school, and we have similar interests. We are both around the same age. We have similar interests in life, music, and stuff. So when I design and he like sort of codes and builds out, he brought this idea to me. I think it was December 2022, and was like, oh, I think this would be funny. Let's build something like this. And I'm like, I'm always interested in doing stuff for fun, because I think that's like the best way to build out things that you're genuinely interested in, things that you have a connection to. So like we did that, and that was January, and that from that project, a couple more people reached out to us, and it just sort of started a series of like domino effects that ended up with doing a project that the co-founders of PDVerse saw and like sort of reached out, worked on the savings report, so from contract to my current role there, which is like part-time, full-time. Yeah.
You're not your partner.
No, part-time food. I beg, I beg.
Maybe you have shares.
I say. So like, yeah. So you sort of became my role there. Yeah.
Okay. But then I will still ask you a question before I come to this. You're in 300 level. How did you meet these guys? How did you get this close? I mean, they were in this school 2 years before you. So I'm thinking, if they're going to be thinking of partnering, it should have been someone who is maybe their set and all of that. So how did you meet Raymond first? Because I believe you met Raymond before him.
Yeah.
So how did that happen?
So I knew Raymond in my 100 level. So Raymond I think he still is the president of UNS Debate Club, Debate Society UNDS. So when I got into school, I was sort of interested in a lot of stuff because the university experience I think has a lot to offer. So unlike first day, when you're first years, everybody comes to talk to you, to pitch stuff to you. So Raymond showed up to class, we were in engineering annex, and he started talking often the way Raymond does about like debates, the perks, travels, making national connections. And at the time, schoolwork it was 100 left, so schoolwork was nothing. So he felt like he could juggle as many multiple activities. So I reached out to him after like that his talk, but then I didn't really care about debating that much. The benefits were good, but I knew I didn't really feel like a strong connection to debating. But like that was how we met. So I remember us having this long conversation one night like that over WhatsApp where we talked about both each other and the things we were looking to do. And we both had like zero money, but we both had like pride. We had like an overwhelming sense of ego. Like we knew we were going to do big thing. I would say we knew because like there's no way we could have known. But we just felt like we for some reason, like we deserve to succeed. It's a very weird thing to explain. It felt like we for some reason we deserve
You know,
to.
come to suffer.
Do you get?
That kind of thing.
No, of course we knew we were going to suffer because like there's nothing worthwhile in the world that is done easy. But like we felt that we had what it took to like pull off like really big stuff. And that feeling put us into trouble a lot of times. But I think it also paid off a few times. So that was how I met Raymond. Then Raymond, then Darlington. I think Darlington, how did we actually like prior to the Lagos trip? I think
Metal
we
Chitis.
Yes,
Chitis
yes,
VIP.
yes,
Okay, guys,
yes.
so Chitis is now the joint.
Chitis
Okay, you see
VIP.
them.
Chitis VIP.
Okay, Chitis VIP actually.
That was before.
We're learning.
We no longer go there. We're at the garage now. So like if you want to find us, that's where we'll be. But like Chitis VIP was sort of when school was having like their light issues. That's sort of where we'd go to like at least have light to plug your laptop and like get work done. So I think that was where our paths crossed the first time, and I found out Darlington was working at Argent, and he was also like in my department. I think it was in like 300 or 400 at the time, and he was like, "Why are you doing work? Run! It's not too late." So I think that was like
I advised him one time. I actually
and I
gave
think
him
I should have run, but then
pride.
Pride. So that was how we sort of met. I think that was Chitis VIP. So I found out Darlington was also in work, also in school, and working with like. I mean, you put no piggy, people don't know Agent, but Google them. Those companies are not made.
We're not looking
Google
down
them.
at all. I know that he's the money man.
So you guys now.
You guys don't say
Google them. So by the time I found out that he was in my department, which is one of the. I mean, people say it's one of the hardest, and I think that's a rumor. By the time you enter, it's thought that rumor is true. That So I saw somebody in my department a few levels higher and was still, working at that skill. It really did sort of inspire me to do more and take like what I was doing more seriously. So that was how I think three of us met.
Wow. This is interesting. I've realized that if you want to meet big people, go to big places. It looks like that. Like, something like if you want to get wonderful connection, just join a book club. You see some very rich men in this book club, and now we're seeing another next joint to meet janded people.
The garage.
The garage. Okay, so the garage is one, right? And then Chitis VIP.
Not really. Everybody has left. They're not at the garage.
Everybody's now at the garage, so come to the garage.
There's no food because rich people talk about money. No
The
food.
no food, God bless you. That's it.
All right. Okay. So now over to you. We're coming to this your risks. Can you tell us some of the losses you faced on your journey? You were trying to mention that I said we're going to leave that for another time. So let's just hear. And I think I heard, which you might now debunk or say it was more or it was less. I heard you lost about $5,000, something like you lost the hard drive or something like that, and then you went broke again. I heard that. So we're going to hear from you now.
How did you? I don't understand how you heard this. Okay, but how do I put this right? Incurred, right? It was due to my carelessness, or should I say, youthful exuberance? Because, like I said, I started crypto, and when I started making money, you know how it is when you see a huge sum of money for the first time in your life. It looks like you're on top of the world or something. So, I think that was it. Just to summarize, basically, the money I lost, you get somebody's money was inside because I was helping somebody trade. And I didn't even know how to trade. I don't know how I collected somebody's money. You get so okay. Now I remember how I did it. Yeah, like I mentioned this somebody. Okay, but that so. That was it basically. I lost the whole money in the market, and that was where my problem started. But I think some of when you recount those experiences, right? I would say I don't exactly regret them because probably without those experiences, I'll probably not be where I am. So, but the other time it was around. The first time was around 8,200. That's 8,000. Sorry, 1.2. I'm beginning to forget. Yeah. So, but the second time, just like you said, which I don't know where you heard this theory, but something happened. That was last year. So I started working at Argent and I started making money, and of course it was they pay me in crypto in stable coins. And so basically wallet I put the the wallet I usually put the money in. So I had this idea that let me just lock it up somewhere, and that way I'll be able to see if I won't spend it. And so basically it turned out I put it in trust wallet, carried the seed phrase, uploaded it to I uploaded it to Google Drive basically. And I don't know sure it's all these village people thing because Google Drive is supposed to be safe. And I went back and it was almost like everything I'd done or all my history on Google Drive from around April to that point had cleared. And I contacted Google and everything and I couldn't recover it, and yeah, that was a lot of money I lost.
Okay, so you're saying that if I get like 12 words in the right order now,
You will get it. It's still what
I have my goals for the year.
Okay, so you want to do some matrix
We need to find out.
get that money. Okay, guys. So why I really wanted to talk about this loss is because I know that some of us right now are in debt. You've incurred so much debt and you feel like it's over. Let me just go and take my life because that will just likely be someone's next option. Let me just get done with. I cannot do this. But we're seeing that after losing such huge amount of money, he was able to bounce back. So just in case you're out there and you're already thinking outside the box in a way that is negative, you should now draw yourself back.
Please don't borrow, don't get into debt.
Don't kill yourself either. Don't
Just in
kill
case you
yourself
are
either.
there. You understand? But just in case you're there. And okay, yeah, aside that, I just want to ask one fun question. Okay. So just we have the jam bites who watch this. That's people who have not entered university because they also get
Don't come.
information about university and all of that. And then we also have people who are in school. So I want to ask, what was your jam results? So that let's see if these people can see that they have hope, or if they should cry and say they don't have hope. So who do I start from?
Jam result,
Oh,
I'm
you
like
a
how?
smart kid over.
Jam result, I'm
What was your
like
jam
how?
score?
It's been a while, Who really
I don't think people
remembers?
forget jam score.
Okay, I think my jam score was 271.
Wow. Okay, your jam score was standing. This guy, I suspect.
It should have been better, to be fair,
Are you the head
but I
boy?
don't know how. But yeah,
You're the head boy.
yeah. That was a
That's
lifetime ago, Sha. I don't remember who that guy was.
I don't usually forget my jam score because that was when I used to be smart. So
We have smart kids here.
that was when, not now.
Yeah, but like, what was it?
274.
Wait, is it the same thing? That's actually interesting.
Okay, this is now getting sweeter. So 274. So yeah, so how for academics now? Let's know how are you balancing what happens to academics at the moment?
Don't have to answer this question.
Very important.
Let's start with
Yes,
you.
student. So I came with him from Dam School, so let me start with you.
Okay. To be fair, my academics is not in the right place, right? I just pray my parents are not watching this. It's
If your parents are working in the right place, it's very well.
okay,
in the right place.
but basically, I made some mistakes in it was my 300 level, second semester particularly. So at that point, I think that was when we were just returning from the ASU strike. I was not in sync at all with school, and I had a lot of things I was doing from like the break. And at that point, I was really contemplating quitting school. Like I was really contemplating dropping out. So, but let's just say the only thing I had was I didn't want to disappoint my parents because I knew how important education was to my dad. And so I was not attending classes, and we had very short classes, exams started, and that was when my GP started tanking because I failed some courses, and 400 level was not any better. So, but by 500 level, I had realized, okay, I needed to sit up and I needed to really fix things. And so that was when I think 500 level was the first semester was actually like the best grade I'd gotten since second year. So,
Wow.
so that's just how my academics is. Sha. So at this moment, let's say we're trying to mend
Broken walls.
broken walls. Yeah, that's what we're doing
But you
currently.
believe school is scam?
School is not a scam actually because to be honest, school contributed a lot to where I am currently. So most time when people talk about school, they feel like it's just about going to school and coming out first class. But the truth is, you come to school, you make very tangible, you make strong relationships that can really scale you. For example, if I was not in school, I'll probably not have met these awesome
Never,
guys, right?
never.
Yeah, and basically it was in school. I told you what's it called? When I was in secondary school, that was when I first got encountered programming. But it was actually in school I realized, okay, this was a thing, and I could actually do this and make money out of it. So definitely without school, I will not be where I am, right? So school's not a scam.
From its angle, right? So over to you. So tell us about your academics so far. How have you been able to balance this with
Our story is similar. I'm at the point he
Don't
made
mind,
the
he's a
mistake.
first class
Period
student.
level.
I see a suspect.
No, see, I can explain.
Oh yeah, explain. Evidence too.
I got into school and I've sort of always been juggling school and work in some capacity. You know, it's been even when I wasn't getting paid, but like you were doing something with school, it's never been just school from the beginning for me. I don't think school is a scam. Again, my dad is a professor of law, so like we were brought up, school is important to my family, so therefore it's important to me. And I think the university experience goes beyond classes, because I can't say in particular that we're learning so much with the way they also strike truncate semesters and everything. But the school experience in general is something that I don't think I would have been. Now, of course, you never can tell. I would have been better. I could have been worse. But if I had to guess, I know I wouldn't be here, which is bad enough because school was everything for my growth. Just being away from family, making your own decisions, meeting people, even people that are religious, knowing God for yourself. All that happened for me in school, and I think school the university experience in general is very very important. When you blow your first pocket money and you guide on Gary for like 3 weeks, these experiences that make a man, you get, or a woman. So like these are things I think the university experience is important. You get to know
You
what.
mentioned first class.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
What's your
I've
CGPA
never
at
met
the
this
moment?
guy.
Tell us
in
your
my life.
CGPA, sir.
I've never met this guy in my
We
life.
accept.
I don't know
What's
why
your CGPA?
this is
At the
slander.
moment.
This is
What's
slander.
your
And my
CGPA?
lawyers,
Answer the question.
my lawyers will get in touch with you, Darlington,
Still, let's hear
for all
from
these
you.
things you are saying. Now I know CGPA. These things are numbers. Numbers are not important.
Let's know the numbers.
No, but like they are numbers. Do you get?
Let us know the numbers.
I don't know what my CGPA is at the moment.
When
That's
last
the
you
honest.
checked? When last you checked? What was it?
It can be misleading because when last I checked, that'll be 100 level first
Guys,
semester.
let's just know it's this. This is when last you checked, not now. So let's take it for no. You have seen second year by now. We've seen second year.
Okay. What I think my current CGPA is, I think I should be on a 4.47.
Wow.
I think. I don't know. But yeah, that's if I had to guess.
I want
So
to be like you when I grow up.
me self, I'm trying to be like
Darlington wants to be like it.
Darlington.
You can't be like giving game. You are gone. You are
Darlington.
going final year.
Me, I want to be like you. Let's trade. I'll give you the numbers you want. You give me the numbers I need.
Okay. So yes, another thing that keeps me wondering about the three of you is the fact that this is like more like is it a partnership?
How do you mean?
The garage a partnership
Between three of us, yes.
So how do you balance this partnership? Because I feel even two is a lot to balance in terms of how do we share the profit, in terms of disagreements, in terms of contrasting ideas and all of that. So how are you able? You just spoke, right? So I'm trying to hear.
It's difficult to have disagreement on sharing
Okay,
profit
now,
when we don't have profit.
Okay, no, not just profit, right? So in every, how have you been able to, partner in peace? Are you in pieces or in peace?
No, we are in pieces. We'll fight right after this. We have schedule. Today is me and Raymond, so
Okay.
we'll fight right after this. I think in general, one thing I've learned in my relatively short career is that when you look for partners, it's beyond not everything that matters, not everything that counts can be counted, and everything that can be counted counts in general when it comes to people and partnerships. I think when people want a partner, they look for who has maybe the most money or the most reputation or the most XYZ in the field. But I think even, and this goes for like every degree of like partnerships, relationships, friendships, like everything. It's more about, because I think especially when you're young, there's a lot, like you are nowhere near what you can be. So beginning to align with somebody because you think they have something to offer you is the wrong way to approach it. It's selling yourself short on like so many levels, because when you meet somebody and you guys get like the base things right, like you guys have the same perspectives on money, on spending, on resolving disputes, on partnering, on mutual respect and understanding, you guys can be here and you guys can grow from here to here because you have the rest of your lives to build that. But if you skip on all those things and be like, oh, this person is here so they can take me from here to here, before you get there you can crumble. If you guys, I mean, by the time you go through the twists and turns of whatever relationship it is, it could be business partners, you could feel disrespected, cheated out of profits. Yeah. So even before you make that gap that you are seeing that this person that is up here will help me get, you crash and burn and lose everything. But when you are aligned on those base things, it means that no matter the amount of money that comes in, no matter how, once those base things are right, you guys have the potential to grow. And I think that's something that everybody needs to put into perspective, whether you're job hunting, looking for partnerships, looking for friends, relationships, everything. Because those things are the bedrock of how everybody, especially when you're young, you're in your teens, you're in your 20s, everybody is nothing compared to what they could be. So yeah, judging based off of those things is short-term thinking, and it will burn you. It's going to burn you.
So basically, just look at what you have in common.
Like the base, and it depends. Like what you're looking for. For example, for a partnership that involves money, you need somebody that you can trust, somebody that is reliable, somebody that is respectful, somebody that listens. So no know-it-alls. Like we all have a healthy amount of ego in the team, but then that ego is built on on a lot of. For me, and I think I would speaking for three of us in general, I think our ego. I think the reason why I like the ego in the team is that it's built on working. It's show evidence. So the way the team is split, everybody handles what they have expertise on. So Raymond handles organizations and comms and people, sort of like an operations lead, Darlington engineering and me design, and we have relative autonomy over the spheres that we manage, which means that, so like when you're speaking with somebody and with expertise in your field, and even when you do that, you are not disregarding like every other person, but you're saying that I have, this is from my experience, this is exactly what I think we should do. But then you still throw it open for discussion, and it's not a pride that you carry, it's a pride that I think healthy ego is one that you wake up and you sort of earn every day. So like I get them yesterday, really no be property. You have to every day try to push up, try to do better, be better. And when you have that level of, oh, we're all learning, we're all growing, and I'm trying to pull my weight and contribute as much as I can to this while being respectful, while providing opportunities for others to do the same. They're the things that you really need when you work with somebody.
So what's your take on this?
Yeah, I think he has said everything, like most of what I want to say. But I would say that the thing that's kept us to this point, right, is the fact that we have mutual understanding and respect for each other. Do you get? Just like he said, we have different specialties, right? But even at that, when you put your opinion on things, right? For example, if he gives us opinion on design, we believe he's saying it from his area of expertise. But at the same time, even if we are like, okay, we feel like this can be done better, you get, he would listen. He's not like, I'm the boss here. Do you get? So why would you question something like that? I think that's what has taken us to this point. And yeah, I would say the same for Raymond, right? Because I mean, he was the one who came up with the idea, and to be honest, he was like literally the one who put in most of the efforts during like the building and everything. I mean, if it was another person, you say, okay, basically based on everything I've put in, I should be the CEO. You get, but positions and stuff was not really our interest. You get, until he came up and we actually knew that he was going to be the CEO because he was the one who could like handle those stuff. You get, it was just like that. And also there's reliability, where you know that okay, this person is reliable and this person doesn't like cutting corners or would not go behind your back. I think those things are the things that have kept us. And then there's trust. We trust each other. So
yeah. So was there a time you want to say, let's end this?
Hey.
Like that.
We have just always, first one, no. I would say no. There has never really been a time we wanted to end it. But like, even if there were, like we had too much skin in the game. There was, from the beginning, there was a lot to lose. Like we've never actually considered not doing it, like for the record. But I'm saying that if that thought ever really crossed anybody's mind, we had we had a lot to lose by we had more to lose by splitting than staying together.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was going to ask who the team lead is from your.
Yeah,
What
Raymond,
you just said,
Raymond is
I'll
just
say
Raymond
busy.
Raymond. He
is.
Yeah,
might deny it, but it's
but
Raymond.
he's
I really wish Raymond was here though. Okay, so Raymond is the team lead. So the next question I'm going to be asking is I can see he's wearing the garage. The garage. I think this is your shirt, right?
yeah.
So where is yours?
So
Give it to me.
Wait,
No, don't worry, don't worry. There's no way to deny it. Your babe is watching this
no,
right
they
now.
asked me this.
I said,
no,
watching this right now.
wait.
Okay.
They asked me question.
Eh,
They asked me question. They asked me question.
Just your answer.
And that is never allowed to. Like they
Yes.
ask me and I'll answer it and then we move on. Now, first of all, I feel like for context, you need to know that this is going on Facebook. So stop trying to do this thing that I did now. Stop trying it. That's one. And knowing that before we fight. So like the garage shirt, I have a couple because like we all have a couple. The reason I'm not wearing one right now, maybe not this particular one, because we're about of this particular one. It's a very, very funny story that we're not getting into. We are not getting into. But like why I'm not wearing a garage shirt is because my dry cleaner disappointed me. And yeah, so that's why I'm not wearing one right now.
I hope you guys believe that.
Yeah, no, they should.
We believe you.
Yeah.
So how long do you plan to keep the garage? Who would answer this?
How long do you plan to keep the garage?
Well,
But I believe you'll be living here, or do you want to base in Osaka?
no. The plan with the garage is to expand, because basically when we were building, we knew that Nsukka for us was like the testing ground. You get, and if our business model was successful in Nsukka, definitely we're going to scale. You get, so the plan is we want to get to the point where you could go to Abuja and you would find like a garage to work in.
Wow.
You go to Lagos, you'd find a garage to work in wherever you go to. You get, and yeah, we have plans towards that. We're drafting like a franchise document. So we plan to keep it for as long as we can keep it. We're going to keep it running for as long as we can keep it running because that's the hope. That's the hope of our retirement.
No, it means there are benefits. You know, you mentioned where are the profits, but right now, from what he's saying, there's so much benefit from the garage.
Well, at the
Yeah,
moment,
because you co-founder now. That's not
No, I mean monetary benefits.
at the moment, there's no monetary benefits
because
because
monetary sacrifices.
there's still monetary sacrifices because
Wow.
we don't even take salaries. So at this point, if they fire me, I'll probably move in one of them, so they'll be feeding me. Do you get? We don't take salaries, so it's a thing of pride that we look at it and we are like, we actually built this.
So
Yeah.
at what point did you believe that the garage was going to be a success?
I don't know.
To
Even
be
right
honest, I
now,
don't know.
You must
we
know
don't
now.
even know.
You have
Even
to
right
know.
now, we
Okay, even right now, it's still in God's hands.
it's always
Okay.
been in God's hands.
Okay. Let me say. When we were building, of course, we had doubts, and we were looking at Raymond. If something, if something goes wrong, oh my God! So but then when we opened the garage, like the acceptance from students was really amazing. It was even way more than we expected, right? And we had marketing plans, but we didn't even really need like so much marketing to like get the place filled up.
I
And
mean, you solved the major problem in UNA.
yeah, and so every single time we go there, sometimes we don't have seats to stay to get. And as a co-founder, I'm probably gonna sit down in the reception or stand at the desk because everywhere is filled up. So I would say at this point, I feel like yes, the garage is going to be a success. Do you get? But besides, that's why we built it because we want it to be a success. But it's not like we can say for a fact that okay.
Okay, so why the garage? I've been wondering. You know, for what I know, a garage is where people park their cars, right, and all of that. And yeah, so why that name? Or is this an acronym we do not know about? So how did that name come about? Yeah.
So the garage name. Honestly, I don't know, maybe Darlington remembers, but I don't think I remember specifically how the name did come about. But our team leader, Raymond Operations, is a marketing guy. So it meant that we from the beginning we were optimizing. Let me just put it that way. Everything we did, the goal. There was a bigger goal beyond everything. So when you look at things from a marketing standpoint, you need a name that was catchy, a name that would roll off the tongue easy, But then we also felt because the garage thing was because it tied into this the entire conversation around the garage. So mechanics, building, that was the subline because we were trying to create a place where people could build for their future, build for themselves, build for the world in general. I think I think people don't rate tech in the East. I'm going to say that because I used to be one of those people in general, even though I was in the East. I didn't really feel the strength of like the tech community or co-working in the East. But then part of why I along the line I really felt like the garage was important was that the more I I'm not an outside person, so I don't know a lot of people and stuff in uni. But when we started building the garage and the acceptance came, and we saw that even embedded in the student community, a lot of people like Darlington that had like the jobs that even people that are graduates, like people that schooled abroad, were computer science graduates, had degrees in this thing. They have jobs that even these guys convert and they convert, sorry, and they are
Yeah.
every day in school dragging attendance with you when they are millionaires
You know,
like
you don't know who's
Darlington.
sitting next to you in the
You
class.
Can you
know,
stop
when
this?
they are millionaires like
I think you want
Darlington.
to just get back at that.
Leave him. No, no, leave him. It's fine. It's fine.
No, no, when they're so like knowing that I feel like and like Darlington said, when you go into school, seeing that somebody could be here and have a job at Google, it's a lot of validations for people that have dreams like that. So the garage was a way to, because there's this thing I remember saying, okay, we say here today, Forbes tomorrow. So it's a way to bring people that are like-minded together for you to know that your dreams are valid. And in that, in a small, everybody's hiding, like Darlington. But like in that community of people that we bring together at the garage day to day, there are people that work at your favorite companies that build, that design, that code the products you use every day. So if you just like look into somebody's screen next to you, you can see Twitter's
It
interface or
means there's a lot
Google's.
of connection going on there. That
There,
there are
there's a
people.
lot to be made, and it's not just connections in work. Because I think networking has been bastardized on some level that you're always looking for somebody to get you to the next level. But I think the base thing is interest, like because that's the base for any good relationship is going to be character and the things you align on. Like, I mean, we are vibing and we're smiling, even though we've not been paid a dime from the garage. But we know that with or without, of course, the money is going to come. So with it, definitely. But even without it, we're a group of people that I would respect and I would work with on anything, because I know them and I trust them. Same thing with some of the friends I've made at the garage. I don't think I've worked in particular with anybody I've met at the garage, but we've hung out, we've played video games. So there's alignment. Now I know if somebody, if ever, maybe it's a design thing and my hand ever gets too full, there's an overspill of people I know that work in tech that are reliable, that see things the way I do, which is like the core base for everything. You need to be sure that this person has the same perspective on things. So I think that's what brought up the entire thing about the garage. So
Okay, let
you
me
go there.
add something to it.
Okay.
So,
Yes, my boss.
the reason. So, but what I just want to add basically, it's still around the whole name something because I think one of the reasons why we also named it the garage is Raymond had this idea that okay, if you look at top founders, Mark
Oh yeah,
Zuckerberg,
I think I remember
Amazon,
now.
and the rest, they started from a
Garages,
garage.
yeah.
You get?
Okay, yeah.
So the whole like wanted to just pass that message because basically as someone who if you work remotely and you work abroad, of course we are in a more modern generation where racism is hidden, but doesn't mean it doesn't exist, and it's a bad thing that of course there are some Africans making wave in the tech space, but then it's not so much of a thing. And then when we look at it, we find out it's not exactly their fault because, for example, if I was not exposed to what I was exposed to, I'll probably not be in the tech space. So the whole idea also of the garage is to help these guys, provide them with everything they need to actually be the next Mark Zuckerberg or the next founder of Amazon
This
Yeah,
really
so like the
something.
summary is just that it's possible to do big things from
from a small place.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's what I'm trying.
that's and I think people coming there are already doing big things because I mean, from what I heard, I even had lecturers go there to get network. But then, if you want to know about the garage, maybe you should go look for it yourself at SUV Students Union Building. So the last question on our list today, what you have to tell as many startups who are watching this, people who are about to start, and people who are already on the move, just startups and all of that, especially students who are watching at the moment. What do you have to say to them about starting off something good, about sustainability from your experience so far? Anybody should just take the lead. I'm tired of points.
Oh yeah,
It's okay.
My boss has asked me, so I would say no. So like, I think in general, everybody's a fraud. Everybody's figuring it out. Nobody, not fraud like Yahoo. Don't do that. Please. No, I know the Darlington looked at me. Don't do that. But like, everybody, I think when you're outside, you feel like there's this inside information. There's this thing that everybody knows that you don't. You feel like there's like they're up here and you're there. Like there's, but like no. I have again. I'm young. I have a relatively short career, extremely short compared to what I hope to do in the coming years. But even from my perspective, working with like the biggest people, everybody's Figma file is a mess. Everybody's code looks crazy at first. Nobody knows it all. We're winging it every day. And if you work in tech and you know what tech news is, even the best of people get fired every day and look for jobs, even at the biggest companies. So just start. Just take your shot. Just start. Especially when you're young. I say a lot of the nuances around starting, maybe like when you're older and you have things to lose, but like right now you really do not have anything to lose except your sanity, your mental health, feeding, every you get. So like there are those risks there, don't get me wrong, but you, in the grand scheme of things, you have next to nothing to lose. And a lot of things you want to optimize for and figure out when you start, you can't, because the information you need to optimize, you can only optimize something that exists. You can only improve on something that exists. So you cannot refine your first entry to be perfect no matter how long you try, because the information needed to achieve perfection can only be found along the way. So like just start.
Information needed to.
I beg.
You must drop that quote well.
The information needed to achieve perfection can only be found along the way. I don't drop
Why?
quotes for
The information
2024.
needed to
Real.
achieve perfection can only be found
Along the way.
along the way. So you need to hit the ground running. You know, Tinubu gave us a very wise statement, but we did not know. Hit the ground
Running.
On the way, you pick as many information that you will need. Thank you so much for your angle. So yes, over to you.
Yeah, so okay, I'll divide my advice into two. That's for those who for those who are looking to start a startup, and for probably young people looking to like break into tech or into tech already. So for people who looking to start a startup, right? One thing I learned from building the garage, which I would say I respect Raymond for, is the ability, like you said, to hit the ground running. So I'm the kind of person where before I make a move, I calculate every move. Do you get? I make sure that even if I have to fall, I have like what's it called? I have like something I can use to bounce back. Do you get? I don't like taking risks. That's how I'll put it, right? But that was something he taught me, that sometimes risks are good. Do you get? If you have an idea, just build on it. Don't just keep it in a book and keep planning it for waiting for when you get funding or when you get that big stuff you're looking for, right? Just start from somewhere and you'll be shocked at the amount of progress you make. And for those who are looking to break into tech, or people who are already in tech, right? And because a lot of persons who are usually meet are always like, I've been in tech for a year, I've been in tech for 2 years, and I'm still yet to land a job, right? And considering the situation of the economy, a lot of people are like looking for ways to make dollars, because the way the economy is misbehaving, you get. So the only thing I can say is like, I would say perseverance and keep improving your skills, because I had a friend who started and he did for about 6 months, close to a year basically, and he said he was not going to do again. That nothing was coming forth, do you get? And he cannot just stay, that he has things to do, he has responsibilities to meet up with, do you get? That's one. Secondly, I feel like there are secrets to like actually, like, should I say, shortening your journey and then probably landing that role you want to land. The first of them all, which I'll be a hypocrite to say, right, is use social media. Aksa Janwachiku, like, he uses social media a lot. In fact, he's our Twitter influencer, do you get? And you just post stuff, just keep putting your stuffs out there, and people would look at it. You heard the story about And that was the same thing that happened to me actually. And because that was 2021, although I was not the posting kind of person, right?
Nothing
But
like build in silence and
don't
not-
build inside.
That's the
you
worst
think-
that's the
idea
worst thing.
anybody
You say that
can
build
give
in
you.
silence.
See,
Never build
That's the worst
anything.
thing.
So
See,
guys, if don't
Never,
an
never
unskilled
build.
an unskilled person or a mid-skilled person in publicity is way ahead of
They
the person
will-
who is
they
very
will
skilled
beat
but
you.
in silence.
And I
They'll
think
finish you.
keep updating
like
your-
in addition
your
to
page,
in addition
right?
to what Darlington said, I would say know what you're up to. First of all, thinking yes. You have time. You can afford to think in years. That's how long have you been in tech? The first time you touched code was when?
Let's leave the first time. Okay,
No.
the first time I touched code, if I think about 2017, that's a
7
long
years.
time.
That's 7 years. And that's 7 years from the first time you touched it. Me, same thing. First time I touched design was, let's count back, was I think 5 years ago. That was, of course, it's not linear. And that's the thing, it's not linear. So there were times that we left it, we came back, we did something else. We had periods that we didn't do anything. We had periods that we didn't get any work. So it's ups and downs, and that will continue for the rest. There's nobody's growth that is linear. But then you need to know that most of the people that you see here, they've been here a long. There are some bills in life that can only be paid with time.
Yeah.
You can try to shorten it. You can
Boy,
try
so
to-
wise.
You have been dropping- Oh my God, keep dropping.
But like in general, there are a lot of things that you can only do with time, especially when it comes to tech. You can't fraud your way into becoming an expert, into becoming an authority in your niche. One thing that I'm learning, and I even had a question that before we got in here, is that you need to know what you're optimizing for. So don't settle. Don't try to do. There is no secret. Nobody knows it. Everybody's figuring it out. But you need to know what you want out of your life. And tech is not the only way. There are people doing stuff outside of tech. But like we're in tech, so of course we're biased to talk about it because that's where we have experience. That's where we have knowledge. But you need to know what you want, even out of your tech career. You need to know the companies you want to work for, the kind of work you want to do, and then you just consistently put it out there. And you will resonate with your people will find you if you consistently put out the work you want to do. Everybody's like, there are no jobs, people are getting hired. Me personally, I'm stressed and I have eye bags because I have like 3 different client meetings. So like the work is there for people to get. Do you get? So like I know for a fact that the work is, they are laying people off, yes, but there is somebody, there is some company, there is some product that will only be built by somebody of your expertise. And that's what people don't understand. There's a lot that goes into tech beyond just the hard skills. Everybody, some companies, you need somebody that has your exact mixture of experience. So if I have to speak or use myself as a case study, I am relatively young. I'm an engineering student, so it means that my day-to-day and my age grade puts me firmly in the middle of Gen Z. So it means that if I get hired to work on a product that Gen Z uses, I am my own ideal customer profile. That's what. So even users or designers that have like 10 years of experience on me cannot substitute for being born in the Ben 10 generation, the Indomie generation, for having the same perspective I'll bring to the table. And that's different. I mean, they will make more money than me. They are better designers than me. I'm not denying that. But there is a space that only you can feel. And if the more you're honest about what you want and what you want to do, the quicker you get to like feel that space. So I think it's important to know that. And then don't build in silence. Never. Nobody can know you. Never. Because I forgot who I had this conversation with, but at every stage in your career, somebody needs you. If you're at 0.2, if let's say this case like 1 to 10 and you're at 0.2, some people will need you, even if it's whether it's teaching or working, to take them from 0.0 to 2. And most of the time it's easier because your journey from going from 0 to 2 is still fresh. Darlington might not be able to guide you from going to 0 to making your first 1K because that was so long ago. But me, I can help. I've not made my first 1K yet.
This boy is an idiot.
So perspective. So I think that's what people need to realize, that there's a lot of value in their journey wherever they are at. Because especially when you are even starting, share, because people that are following you can still see your footprints in the sand. You cannot relate to Mark Zuckerberg because his journey started years and years ago, and where he's at, you cannot. By the time if you want to go from here to there, you can't make that jump. It's more of a fly than a jump. But then when you meet somebody that's maybe landed their first national job or their first African job or international job, they still remember the steps they took. They still remember their interview questions. They still remember that line of code. So just share. Your knowledge at whatever point will be valuable, even if you've not gotten your first job yet. Be valuable to that first 7-year-old that just heard about tech, that wants to know how they can just touch stuff and build stuff. So never build in silence.
All right. I would let him complete what he wanted, but let us go on a very, very short break. Just very short break, and then he says his last statement, and that's it for today. So very short break, and while we come back, we're going to
Welcome to Fun Store, where the best finds await you. Step into a world of choices at our physical store, or simply click your way to incredible deals on our online platform. Discover a seamless blend of convenience and style. Explore the aisles in store for a hands-on shopping experience. Can't make it to us? No worries. Shop effortlessly from your home. Quality meets convenience with just a click. From our shelves to your doorstep, we bring the store to you. Indulge in a curated selection that speaks to your unique taste. Whether in-store or online, Fun Store is where shopping dreams come true. Fun Store is more than just a store, it's a lifestyle. A lifestyle that celebrates your individuality, creativity, and passion. So don't wait. Visit Fun Store today and discover the difference. Fun Store, where you belong. Welcome to Fun Store, where the best finds await you. Step into a world of choices at our physical store, or simply click your way to incredible deals on our online platform. Discover a seamless blend of convenience and style. Explore the aisles in store for a hands-on shopping experience. Can't make it to us? No worries. Shop effortlessly from your home. Quality meets convenience with just a click. From our shelves to your doorstep, we bring the store to you. Indulge in a curated selection that speaks to your unique taste. Whether in-store or online, Fun Store is where shopping dreams come true. Fun Store is more than just a store, it's a lifestyle. A lifestyle that celebrates your individuality, creativity, and passion. So don't wait. Visit Fun Store today and discover the difference. Fun Store, where you belong. Welcome to.
Sorry, my mic is.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry
darling
about
too
that.
much. No, that's
So yeah, like I said, it was going to just be a very short break, and then he completes what he was about to say, and then that was all for today. So yeah, you just mentioned number one in the things you're talking about, and you mentioned social media, where we now came in and
Yeah.
he came in. So yes.
Okay, so the second thing I wanted to point out, I think he touched on it, is like the imposter syndrome. I think this one is faced by people who've like had a bit of experience in tech, where if you begin to feel like I'm a fraud, right? Like I mean, look at what this person is doing, or look at what that person is doing. I mean, I should be doing better, right? And that's, if you're not careful, that feeling is like something that can really pull you down or like weigh you down. Or sometimes when we talk about even burnout, is because like mentally we feel like we're just doing a lot and we're not seeing results, right? And the best way to like face something like that, right, is to look back on what you've achieved, how far you've got. Remember that like where you are now, some persons are looking up to being at where you are. And if you feel like there's somebody out there who's doing like way better, what you need to do is not to feel like you are a fraud, because you can't do that. But what I would personally advise you to do, right, is look at what that person is doing and look at how you can actually scale up. If you feel like, okay, I'm supposed to do this right, but I really don't know how to do this, and probably I have 7 years of experience, and I mean, I'm supposed to have been able to do this right. It's not a time to like throw a pity party or feel like you're not doing well. It's a time to like really pick up the bat and put in more effort, and yeah, you are like everything you want to be, right? Like AJ pointed out, one of the things that have helped us thus far is in his own words, healthy ego. And what healthy ego does for us is the fact that we feel like we can always do it because we are the best. You get, and of course, definitely I'm not the best. And and it's not the best. You get, but then we just have that feeling, and that's what will always keep you going. But don't have ego share without skills to support it. They should complement each other.
Evidence. Let
There be evidence. That's the thing. Just keep working on yourself, and yeah, things will definitely turn out fine.
Okay, all right. So, guys, today has been this session has been really wonderful and inciting. And the truth is this: if you view this, go back again. There's a lot to hear. I've realized that when you see something for the second time, there are many things you think you heard that you'll be shocked that you did not hear. So I think you should view once again and again and again. And please do what to like, do what to comment, drop your comments, and do what to share as well. And the Lord will bless you as you do that. Okay, I'm going to ask this if they're in a relationship, but I know if I ask them these questions now, I don't
But that
know.
is watching this thing.
I'm in business relationships.
If they're actually in a committed relationship, they would have just said yes now. But if they say this yes, maybe many people might be saying, am I the one?
No, I'm in business relationships. I'm in a relationship with God. So these are the things that are important in life.
Okay,
You
if they
get-
say so. So what do you do with your time, your leisure? Your
We
leisure.
don't have
You spend your
leisure.
leisure
We
with
work in tech and we have school. We don't have leisure.
that. Wow.
If I ever have leisure, I won't use it to sleep. There's nothing like.
All right. Okay. So on this note, I really say thank you so much. Thank you, Ajan Wonderful Pizza.
Yes.
Thank you, Darlington now. Right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and I'm thanking Raymond in absentia as well. We are really good, very grateful to have you in my school news, and just a little shout out to my school before we go. Yeah. So just anybody think of just a little shout out to my school news.
So thank my school news for having us. I think it's the first time I and Darlington shared like both our personal stories and being in the garage. An amazing platform. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. Tag me. I'm most likely on Twitter. So if you can find me on Twitter, then send me a DM. But if you can't, that's fine too. But don't find me on Facebook. Please don't find me on Facebook.
You say this, but he's gonna listen. So yes.
Yeah, I would say very big thank you to my school news for like giving us this platform, right, to say these things, because probably a lot of you guys would hear this, but probably not have heard it from me, but somehow she forced it out of me. So yeah, I'm very thankful for like the opportunity. And yeah, I just want to say I want to also thank you for watching, right? And I want you to believe in yourself. Believe that you can really achieve those things you're looking to achieve. I know you're a great person and I know you do great things. Thank you so much.
On this note, have a wonderful evening. Bye.
Bye.